Hey, everybody.
How's it going?
We are back, ready with a new episode of Berry Unearthed with Crystal and Phil.
This is actually episode number 10.
Wow.
I know last episode I said 8. The last episode was number 9. This is number 10. I think this makes this the 11th podcast episode, though, that we have, because we have a bonus play. If you want to go back and check that one out.
Oh, yeah. So we are rocking and rolling.
Yeah, man. It really kind of took over to a different place than what I thought it was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to sound good to where I want to listen to it. Maybe it's just ego. Or
I mean, I do, I might be biased myself, but I do think we sound pretty good. But I also think that we talk about some good stuff too.
True that. Some real life stuff, some outside of the box stuff. So you won't really catch too much, news related stuff unless we just in one of those moods or whatever. But a lot of times it'll be new stuff. It just won't be the more popular. It's more so to the relevance, I guess, to us.
Yeah, it's relevance to us. We're just here sharing whatever we feel inspired to share. And that's the joy of it. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. And it's just the experiences of, I don't know, we kind of tend to just, I'll just hit the mic. That was me. Dang, I really had a thought there. And I be on Crystal so much about hitting the mics. And look, I think it's 2 weeks in a row I had the mic touch.
Now he gonna have to leave it in there, y'all. He gonna have to leave it in there too.
I'm gonna leave it in there. But yeah.
Before we get started, I want to give a couple of announcements.
Okay.
To inform everybody what is going on over here at Crystal Shares.
The Crystal Shares universe.
Yeah, the Crystal Shares universe, which includes DJ Phil Loves Gardening, Crystal Shares Consulting, and also Crystal Berry Farms. And we have a lot going on right about now.
You're right. We got a lot going on. We are about to launch our actual Crystal Shares website, which is going to have all the information. The Crystal
Let's get a clap right there. Wait. We got to run that back. Wait, baby. Come on, wait a minute. Okay, what you just say again? We about to launch what?
We about to launch official crystalshares.com. We already own the domain, but we about to have our own site that is independent from, somebody else's site, something that we created basically from scratch.
Yeah.
And, it's going to be awesome. It's going to have our store. It's going to have Crystal Shares blog. It's going to have Crystal Berry Farms. It's going to have information on DJ Phillips Gardening. Even Tony, Pretty Girls Got Problems, apparently. That's his brand. So
don't we all?
Yeah. So, it's exciting.
Hand clap. I was waiting on that. I wanted.
Hey, let's take that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Man, it's been a rough week. It's not. No. It's been exciting. I've been trying to what's the word?
Relabel.
Redivert or whatever. Relabel, divert from the the negative, on it.
Redirect.
Though it was a lot going, I learned a whole bunch this week. A whole bunch of back end stuff as far as automations and dealing with advertisements that I've been building. Crystal Share store, which now you can peep it on Instagram and Facebook right now. So we're working to get it on TikTok, but so far Instagram and Facebook has our store. If you go to Crystal Shares page with Crystal Shares Consulting, Instagram or Facebook.
Okay. And the next announcement that I want to share is this is kind of a close call because I know this is airing on the 5th of August, but I will be a vendor on the 6th of August, Crystal Shares.
Hey.
At let me see, it will be the Eastern Stars event.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get an exact address.
Here in Tulsa, right?
It'll be here in Tulsa.
Okay.
So yeah, y'all can look that up. And then another one is the Black Women's Expo, where Morris Chestnut will be the keynote speaker at a 11:30 a.m. luncheon. And we will be vendors there as well. And I will be speaking at a seminar at 1:15 p.m. Once again, that's August 26th at the Osage County, Osage Casino, the Osage Casino Black Women's Expo. Hope to see you there.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Crystal shares in the building. It's literally, not just talking about it. Of course, talking about it because she's a speaker, so she talks about it. But that talking about it is also doing something about it. And the vision that we have of Crystal Shares, it's really been difficult that we tried to place what Crystal Shares is. We always thought big, like a conglomerate, but that's what it is. It is a conglomerate. We big on mindfulness type of stuff. So anything thinking outside the box, positivity, mindset is just what we dealing with, right?
All of the above.
Social media manager, I guess managing as far as direction with certain accounts. As we have too many accounts, we'll be looking for a social media manager
pretty soon.
But it's just, man, the first time I like to go out there and build it myself to know that I can do it. So I know what to expect and I know what to tell somebody what I want. So that's just my thing.
Yes.
So that's what I've been doing this week. So just trying to get us prepared to this more automation, because once the store is done, of course I'm always at different products, but once that's done, then we can move on, start doing some other things. So this has taken a whole bunch of brain time, and this finally came out. I actually built 2 sites within this last 2 weeks.
Wow.
One for Tony.
And those sites are nice, y'all. He didn't build no just run-of-the-mill type stuff. He works in excellence. So when you see that site, y'all better give it up for my man. He did that thing.
Man, trying to just all about us. And just, like I said, I don't have nothing against social media. I'm on social media. But it's just like sometimes you got to work at the pace of that social media and that algorithm. And it's kind of, you only get so much creativity when you're posting on somebody else thing really like that. So we're able to build our own platform, put our own type of videos, put our own type of products. It's an experience.
And I'm going to go back to something we talked about on here before. Man, the more I lean into my genuine, authentic self, oh my gosh, like the more power I feel, like the more vision that I feel like I get. Just being myself. It's so much power in being yourself, and I did not realize that until like this last year. It's amazing.
Especially like people, not to condemn or talk bad about nothing, but it is what it is. Like, I never liked the idea of code switching, because I felt like if I'm a code switcher at work, and then I'm so used to caught up in that, that fake version of me, and when I'm out in public and you run to somebody at your job, like, at that point, am I code switching? People like to act like, no, they can be who they are when they be real and public, but a lot of times that don't be the case. You turn to the same character you was when you're at work. And then I know it makes people feel crazy because we've all been there. Some people still be there.
Code switching is kind of scary, because if you forget who you are, or you play so many different parts, it's like you don't know, when what character or what personality gonna pop up. You know what I'm saying? So think about actors. Some of them actors that they say get so into their craft that they become the character. Mm-hmm. Some of them have a hard time detaching and coming back to real life, and they've spoken about it on documentaries and things like that, because they get so into that character. And so when you talk about code switching, you make me think about that, because it's like you're playing different roles regardless of however you're saying it. You playing the part that you think you need to play for the role and the environment that you are in at that moment.
And people think like it seems cool, but I think in a long run, you just never really think about it. You think that's what's required of you, and no one ever said, hey, this is what's required of you to do this. It's just, I don't know, man. The world is kind of weird in how we perceive and how we deal with things. A lot of times it don't really matter, because I want someone to always be who they are, even if I don't like them. Like, don't come be phony to me and not who you are, because to like me, or for me to like you, if that ain't who you is. But, it is what it is. I'm gonna, feel some kind of way. Some subjects really get me, and I'm trying not to say anything to, we gotta not offend. Also, my intention is never to offend people. I think You can't let me just talk the whole time now.
No, you in it. I'm not gonna interrupt you.
I think we're so caught up in this time and era. Hey, I went to a school where I'm not gonna say it because too many people went there too. But an era where it's everyone thinks to make it, you gotta be the cruelest and the rudest, and your jokes gotta offend the most people. It's easy to offend people, though. It's easy to offend people. How can you bring joy to people, though? Do people think about that? Is that like a myth? It's like everything on the internet. Ooh, this is the most offensive thing ever. That's why I only pull in politics. Because politics is using that to control people like that. And it's just, I don't know, man. Why not? Can we make our world a happier? I know this world is trash. I know all this stuff going on, but it's not like that every single day.
And everybody is not like that. There are some good people, really good people in this world.
And I'm just like, man, and if we start doing we start looking at other countries, and I'm just like, man, in America, man, we do a lot of complaining.
Yeah, we a little pampered over here.
Cause I'd be like, man, some of these countries I wouldn't want to even be. I don't even want to go there for a vacation because I'm like, outside this resort, it is
scary.
Yeah, and I'm just like, we have rules here, but some people have rules that is gonna keep you like under the thumb. So, yeah.
Why they back there slamming doors? We tell them not to talk because we doing the podcast and we hear loud door slams.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to hear it, hopefully.
They're a little passive aggressive.
What? You think that's what? Oh, because she keep looking out in the hallway.
That's because they want to come in here and talk, and they can't come in here and talk, so they gonna slam the door so we can hear them.
The thing is, I went in there like, hey, we need an hour. You know, this is me being what's
proactive.
The word? Proactive. Yeah, proactive, but also what's like a modern parent where we try to reason with children. Children can't always be reasoned with. But either way, I went in like, hey babies, y'all need something before we do this podcast. We need about an hour. They had the request. I fulfilled their request.
Now they slamming doors.
Picking out in the hall and going back there and slamming doors.
That was a sidebar, y'all.
Yeah,
the life of parents.
Man, it's a heck of a journey.
It's been
This is with these children.
It's been quite a bit of a journey, period.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a journey, especially with the children. We were looking at a video from 6 years ago, and it seemed like they were so tiny. Our oldest is turning double digits this year.
Dang.
And our youngest, she's turning 7 in August. Yeah, oldest daughter. We do have one that's turning 22 as well, and that's the boy.
Yeah, it's like night and day, right? That's a lot of years in between.
We started all the way over. But wouldn't trade it for the world.
You know what? That's what people don't realize. Sometimes, not saying this is not correlation to us, but in life, like sometimes people, when we was watching this documentary on taking L's, how to be a good loser, basically. And I just never considered all the lessons you learn from taking losses.
That's where the magic happens, when you take a loss and you don't give up. When you take that loss and you use that loss and you learn from that loss, you take the lessons from it. Oh my God. Every time you get a little better, even if it's just a little bit, until you don't even recognize yourself because you didn't let those losses stop you. Sometimes
I don't think we ever accept the loss. Like, we was watching old boy on Steph Curry's college team in Davidson that took that shot. And, you know, they lost to Kansas, of course. Like, how you expect to beat Kansas? Y'all almost did. Yeah, you could have.
2 points, though. It was really close.
Like, dude was on the interview crying off that shot from, like, 2008. I'm just like, some people have stuff in their head so long.
The Kansas City coach got on his knees because he thought he was about to lose, y'all. That last shot, he would have lost if that last shot would have went in, but that's neither here nor there because it almost doesn't count. He went on his knees thank you, Lord.
I won't say that. Almost does count.
Because they did shake them up. They probably shook them all the way up.
They got respect.
They got seen.
Them big city, I won't say big city because Kansas ain't like it's the biggest. What is it? Manhattan, Kansas? either way, big. Everybody know Kansas is a big basketball school. Regardless, they dominate the heck out of the Big 12, which I'm a Sooner fan, so no love when it comes to basketball. And you see how they be putting us on the ropes sometimes in football. It's just something about Kansas. They got a lot of what's the dude's name? The inspirational dude movie.
Rudy.
They got a lot of Rudy mentality.
My cousin played football for the Kansas City Chiefs, and he's in the Football Hall of Fame. So yeah, they be doing their thing all the way around from the college on up. Why you laughing at me?
Cause I'm not even gonna say. I'm gonna let you have that one.
Oh, he don't like Kansas City, y'all.
What?
He don't like the.
No, you put the correlation between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Kansas.
I know that's a professional football team, but I'm saying you said something about Kansas, so I threw that in there. But I know that that's a football team, and it's a professional level NFL, and we were talking about college level sports. I'm just making sure I know the difference.
Thank you for the segue. Appreciate that.
Have to take that.
No, I'm not taking nothing out. I'm letting you have all that.
Y'all, he say he ain't taking it out. Y'all see how he be doing me?
No, man. We ain't sitting too bad.
No.
We ain't sitting bad at all, as a matter of fact, though. But yeah, that Steph Curry documentary on, I don't know what thing it was on. Just put in your Roku Steph Curry. Just so
it was pretty good.
All these subscription channels is like cable all over again. I don't know what channel is on.
They're probably like, that is goofy tonight.
And what you got for August? What you doing in August? What else are you doing in August?
I am going to a conference. It's the Toastmasters International Speech Contest, and I will be flying out, going to the Bahamas for a week.
Y'all don't understand how serious these speech people be. Like, man, as we've been learning this journey, we realized that everything that you could possibly do, there's some type of organization that
there's a group,
and they be dead serious
it's
about
a group
everything.
for that too. Yep, it's a group for that too.
Like they have speech battles. Which, when you think about it, like, man, it's so many. Whatever you're into, there's a group of people that's already doing it. There's already an organization. There's already a group of people probably in your city. Because who would you ever thought Toastmasters is a group in Toastmasters city? Was it like 3 of them here? 3 Toastmasters?
3 Toastmasters. What do you mean?
3 Toastmaster groups?
No, we have hundreds of Toastmaster groups.
If you were listening in Tulsa, how many Toastmaster groups in Tulsa?
We have probably like around 20 something. You can get. Let me give you a little fun fact. We meet every day, every time of day. We got breakfast clubs that meet first thing in the morning. We have noon clubs, evening clubs, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The only days that we do not have a club that meet somewhere within the Tulsa or the surrounding vicinity is on Sundays.
Y'all have 20 separate clubs in Tulsa.
We have more than that, really. I have to look to give you the exact number. Yes.
What the heck?
This is a big thing. Baby, it's about 3 clubs. I'm like, I'm over 4 clubs myself as the area director.
When I thought she meant like, I ain't know. God dang, the Toastmasters is gonna take over the world. If there's like 20 here, imagine how many in Texas.
We're District 16. If y'all want to look us up, District 16.
Join if you want to grow your, be able to talk to people and give speeches and explain how you are and
put together shows, agendas, system of, minutes, and stuff like that. That will teach you how to do it. Adults. And I needed it. Yeah. I needed it, and it is helping me so much to be able to put together meetings, events, to lead events. I have to put together a couple of speech contests because I'm the area director. An area director is basically an executive that's the liaison between the district executive level and the clubs. And so I'm like a success coach. I work with the different clubs to help them set their goals and to reach them. And then if everybody sets their meets their goals and get their membership growth, then we get distinguished and we get awards. But I love it, y'all. Y'all hear it in my voice. I love Toastmasters. I just got 2 people to join within the last week.
Yeah. And like I said, another thing, like I didn't know that, and you won't ever know anything about your spouse or significant other if you don't ask the question. So
You didn't know what?
I didn't know about the a million clubs in Tulsa. So it's like one of the things. It wasn't like it was the most significant detail, but it's interesting to know that it's really that big, for sure. So I'm glad I asked. So that's something new. What you all into your phone about?
I'm not into my phone about nothing. I'm looking at you. Talk to me.
Remember last time she had some chips on, some cookies on me. She was eating them cookies. I was like, dang, I wanted a cookie.
I offered. He was like, not now. But then when we're doing the podcast and I'm eating a couple, then he wants some.
Please go back. I think that episode's like episode 6. If you want, you'll hear it. Like if you listen closely. I'm about to really find the timestamp if you listen closely. She was answering like, hilarious, man. But man, sometimes it's like when you got a snack in front of you, it's hard to, because we kind of do the podcast and we want to do it outside. We do it outside. We want to do it at our desk. We do it at our desk. We're sitting actually right now in the living room on the couch, just kind of like laid back. So
just chilling. This is like the best thing. We can do our podcast anywhere. We can be on vacation. We can travel. We can do whatever, but we can still tune in with you guys and connect like we do every week. Same day, you know. So
same bat day, same bat time. And if you're interested, for less than $400, I can give you a list of a setup you can run podcast 2 to 4 people, like anywhere.
And also we're getting ready to offer ad space on our podcast. It is growing. Ooh. And there's different, who did you say invited us and told us that they featured our podcast, baby?
One of these services I ain't never heard of, but they legit though. Bull something, but I guess I don't know how they pull our podcast. Yeah,
we all over the place, and it's just by us being faithful and showing up and just conversating like we do. We're not even doing anything outside of what we normally do. We just decided to include others in our conversation.
And when we decided to do it, we didn't want to worry about the numbers. We didn't want to worry about who's listening. We really wanted to get out here and just start it, because if you start,
ain't nothing to it but to do it. Nike said it. Just do it.
I mean, that's what we did. We just doing it. And we doing it and seeing where it grow from. We sound good though, don't we?
Man, I'm just so thankful because like the fact that we're going through with this and then we're getting feedback. Please give feedback, guys. If you listen to it, let us know what you think. We would love to hear what you think, because every time someone gives us feedback, that inspires us. It helps us know what we need to do better. It lets us know what you like, And we just want to connect, and we really we're evolving as we go. And so we would like your feedback for sure.
Yeah, go ahead and follow us on Spotify too. I don't know if you can.
Apple.
I don't know if you can follow on all those, but I'm sure you can.
You can favorite us and put us in your. You can download it. You can put it in your, on your playlist.
Yeah.
Put it in your queue. Go ahead. Y'all know y'all like kicking it with us. We be kind of funny sometimes.
In the mornings when you driving to work, whatever, just throw us on. I know on Apple you can also leave us a review. You probably can on Amazon too. So we gotta plug ourselves. Why not? We plug everybody else. That's what I say. I'm a gifted giver, and I realize that, and I love to give. I love to give whatever I can within reason and from my heart. I've learned to set boundaries and to give because I want to and not because I'm being taken advantage of, but I love to give. And so I learned at the same time that it's okay for me to receive also. And so what they call it, the soft girl summer, I am learning to live in my soft girl space. I am a kept woman. My husband takes good care of me. God loves me. I'm walking into my purpose, becoming more confident in who I am. So, hey, I'm just living my soft girl summer right about now. I don't know. It sounds like that soft girl summer about over now.
Almost.
I'm not gonna put your business all out there, but you've been rising to the cage and the battles you've been battling
one day at a time.
It's a lot of times you don't understand when we go into this hibernation we went into. And we was eating like so much knowledge, oh Lord, like it's some chips, eating so much knowledge. And then like starting to apply that knowledge in real world, like based off perceptions and taking in other people's perceptions and how they, it's just really different when you engage someone who's always negative, and you've trained yourself to think how can we have a solution for this, as opposed to we can't do this or this. Like so many people are just so negative every day. I used to be like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just crazy to see people just be, I don't know. It's weird now. It's really weird now. Like, dang, why are you so negative all the time?
Exactly. And that it's so hard, especially when you've tried so hard to fight your own negative thoughts. Like if you're the type of person that struggles or deals with depression, you know, and you fight on a daily basis and you meditate, you listen to affirmations, you do whatever it is to keep your mind in a good place because you know it's easy for it to go the other direction, then you have to be careful because anything can tip, you know, you have to be careful because you got to make sure you don't let something tip the scales and put you back into that negative mind frame. And so that's kind of what I've been struggling with a little bit. But yeah, just have to stay positive, you know, grounded and rooted, regardless of what's going on around you.
Like they say, you are what you eat, but people don't realize that you live how you feel. So if you feel like despair, you're going to live in despair. It is really like that. And you got to do something to try to, I mean, unless you just want to live in despair.
Whatever you put the most attention on, the most focus on, that's what you're going to see the more of. Believe it or not, you are creating that in your own life because that's where you're putting your focus. So even if it's not real, it's going to become real because you're putting your focus there.
People don't realize affirmations work both ways. If you always say something negative, that's what's going to be.
Life and death are in the power of the tongue. So you don't just speak life. I mean, you're supposed to just speak life, but you don't just create life. You create death as well. Your tongue has the power to manifest. You have the creative ability of creation within you.
Yeah. And when you think about when they say life and death is in the power of tongue, and then just say life in the power of tongue or death in the power of tongue, it's the same. It's two sides of the same coin. You choose, you flip which one you want. You know, that's really how it works. So it's not like, you know, I don't know. It's just as far as what my understanding is at 2023. But yeah, you know. And I just want to tell you, to those who follow me as DJ Philip Gardening, I want to come out with some garden steppers.
Some what
some garden steppers. They're gonna be your garden shoes. They're gonna be some slides. Because if you watch my videos, I always got on some slides. So I'm gonna design some garden steppers.
Hey.
They're not gonna be for the ones when you want to do work. You know, I got boots when I need to do work. I got what's some Crocs when I'm doing a little light work, and I got when I'm just going outside to do a little watering in the morning. I got on my slides, so I'm gonna create some slides for us.
Hey, that sounds like a plan. I can't wait to see it. Y'all tell y'all, this man over here, I love him so much. He's been in creative, crazy work zone mode this last couple of weeks. He say he had a few days, but I can't tell because as far as I can see, he been over there working. And if he ain't figured it out, he figuring out how to figure it out. So
just trying not overload and burn out. I started to get to the point now where I step away from my creative area when I'm, you know how sometimes you kind of sit at the computer and try to fumble and force creativity right there and just get up and go do something else.
Leave it alone.
I go out to the garden. I go see what the girls doing, or I might hop on some TV and or some social media I really don't like to go on the videos, and when I'm already like stuck in creativity, I don't want to go watch more videos about learning because then I'm gonna start going and do something else.
Yeah, we can't sit down and watch anything, y'all, because we watch something, especially if it's something where we're learning how to do something. He'd be like, I feel like going over to my computer right now. I'd be like, sit still, hold on.
And I'd be saying that loud because I want her to be like, yeah, go over there.
Sometimes
she'd be
I
like,
do.
no, we need to have
but look, he's over there 90% of the time, right? So when he over here, I need to have him over here with me for a little bit, but he be wanting me to be like, nah, going back over there so he can be over there for 95% of the time.
No, let me tell you what she do. She be like, yeah, come over here, let's watch some TV. I'm thinking we about to watch something. I'm seeing something fun or something like, nope, we going to watch some stuff for some mind stuff stuff. So then I'm motivated to go back to work, but she's like, nah, we gotta watch this and not work. Oh, man, that'd be hard. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All I listen to is mindset stuff, y'all.
I'm more of I like to. It's gonna inspire me to do something right now, as opposed I can't just listen to it. I'm gonna go do something right now.
I have to feed my state of mind, but he feeds his mind to create. So
yeah, that is. I realize we have a different, like what she does. Listen to the mindset and this and that. I'll listen to it and I'll take something from it and I'll try to go master that one piece from it, and then that requires me to go do. So it's just a different way we perceive and accept things, and like we'll listen to the same things, but man, I'm listening to it like, ooh, what can I get? That's a bar. That's how I want to start doing.
Right, and for me, it's like opening up my mind and giving me more strength and helping me to, fight depressive thoughts or intrusive thoughts or whatever. So I use my mindset as like a weapon. You use it as a learning tool. I use it as a weapon, and it's something to strengthen me.
Yeah, I mean, everybody uses for what works best for you.
That's a prime example.
Yeah.
Of perspective, you know.
And then still enjoying the same things, because we both like to just. We
might not get
reasons.
the same thing out of it, but that doesn't matter. We both get something out of it, So hey, you get what you get out of it. I get what I get out of it. Then when we talk about it, we get even more. We come together and we talk about what we watched. We digest it together. So then I get parts of it I wouldn't have gotten if he wouldn't have talked to me about what he got, and vice versa. So I love stuff like that.
And I just be wondering, like, this is a big thing, I think, and I'm trying to get you more into that. Now, I don't think adults really looking to really anymore is hobbies. Hobbies. Like, I don't even know what people like out here. Like, people don't even have hobbies, and it's so freaking sad to me. I garden. Garden is my hobby. Like, people think garden is because I'm trying to eat healthy and grow my own. Yes, but that's a added bonus. The garden is my hobby therapy, because I think hobbies are therapy. And most adults out here don't have no hobbies. They just get online and watch other people have hobbies, and I feel like that's depression.
I feel like dance is a hobby for me. I haven't been doing it as much lately as I would like to, or as I should, but dancing is definitely a hobby. I got into sewing and embroidery. I got into hand embroidery. So I've been picking up a few hobbies in the garden, the flower garden. So I think I've picked up a few hobbies, but I do need to be more consistent with them. That's true.
That's what I'm saying. A hobby is not supposed to feel like work. It's supposed to be like, ooh, I can't wait to get out here in this garden.
I mean, all of those things feel like that. I just kind of...
Come on.
I don't know.
Come on. If they felt like that, then you know what I'm saying?
But name anything that I do continuously.
Because you don't have no hobbies. You see what I'm saying, man? That's my point. People gotta put like, oh, I really like to play this game or whatever, and dedicate that game at least once a week. You gotta do something at least once a week. I mean, whatever you want to call it, I'll let you. This woman right here, she don't use something else.
Yeah, he said I don't know what a hobby is. I work, man. My mind is so high strung. I will say that.
Let's see what I'm saying. It all goes to the hobbies.
I had hobbies when I was younger, I think.
No,
not playing basketball, running track, cross country, drill team. Hobby. I was in the Marine Corps Junior ROTC. That was fun.
That's fun. I mean, it's
what else? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had a hobby other than reading. I used to read.
People don't know what hobbies are, like, and that's what's so crazy.
But you know what? Reading is listed as a hobby. I would have to say that was my number one hobby because I used to read. Well, I still do read, but I listen to audio. I do it in the form of audiobooks every day.
No, you gotta be more convinced than me. I feel like reading is something that we just have to do.
But see, some people love it. Like you say, remember how you say
I love to get knowledge too.
Let me tell y'all about my husband. And let me tell you, he said he think that learning and education turns me on. He said that before. And so if it be something that turn you on, I mean, if it's that, you would think that's a hobby, right? Damn. If you enjoy it like that.
That do sound right though. Damn.
I had to bring it back to him. Let him hear it how it sounds.
She had to tell me what her hobby is though. But that's what I'm saying. That should have been the first thing said out of your mind.
Learning and reading are my hobbies.
Man, super nerd. we nerd out. I think that's what works, man. We have different types of what we like to learn.
Nerdism.
But when it gets down to when it's time to watch something, I promise to God, if y'all was on the fly on the wall on some of the stuff we watch, oh my God.
Look, y'all, he keep telling me, oh, you are something else. Oh, you are something else. I'm like, just remember, I'm your something else. He be like, oh, yeah. I'm like, just remember that.
Yeah, I remember. I'm not going to forget that. She's still something else, but she my something else.
He's something else too. I know he ain't talking shit.
We both something else, man. We enjoy each other's time. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just the stuff we do. I just love it. I cherish it so much because it's like it wasn't. We worked towards this. We didn't realize how much we had in common, I don't think, for a long time.
Nah. It was so much resistance.
We were so focused on what we didn't have in common.
We was focused on the differences and whatever issues or whatever that we had to change our perspective and see each other from another light to really see each other and appreciate each other fully.
I think once we started focusing on things we did enjoy together, then those things that we thought differently, we started coming into bringing those into each other's life, and we started like, this is interesting. I can get with this.
Yeah. Being open to like get over yourself, like being open to.
And I guarantee you, that's the hardest thing, is to get over yourself. And
then it's okay to realize that you're wrong and you're not always right, to admit you're wrong, because you know what? If you fighting to prove that you're doing something right or saying something right and you are wrong, then you are causing conflict when you can just simply admit it, especially when you know and you be ashamed to admit it or too prideful.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, just go on and admit it. It'll solve problems so much easier.
I do not like when Mrs. Berry bestes me in anything, like as far as a topic of discussion, she come back with them facts on me. I'm just like, you right.
Likewise.
Then she gotta go in and be like, yeah, I told you.
I don't do that, y'all.
But it's like this: as soon as you admit defeat,
then you can accept it.
You can accept it, and then you can get over it, and then you make sure the next time, before I come with this information, I'm gonna actually go check my facts before I just spew them out. I wish more people did that, actually.
Yeah, y'all, I got some words to tell you what you gotta do, right? First of all, you gotta be aware. A lot of us are walking around so unaware of what is going on with ourselves. We know what's going on with Bob, Sally, Susie, and Jane, but when was the last time you looked in the mirror? Yeah. You gotta become aware. And once you become aware, you can accept it. And once you accept it, you have to feel it. It might hurt. It might be uncomfortable. You might not like it, but guess what? If you're not willing to feel it, then you're not going to be able to heal from it. So you got to sit in that pain. You got to sit in that uncomfortableness and deal with it. And so once you actually feel it, then you can heal from it. Then that's when the real healing can take place. Get down into those nasty, gunky areas that you don't even want to admit still exist. And so once that happens, then you start using the affirmations. Yeah. You start affirming because you already went through that process. You went through the healing. So then you can speak where you're going. You know where you've been. You dealt with that. That's in the past. Yeah. Now it's time to go forward. So you affirm where you want to go. You start speaking out those manifestations and affirmations over your life. And after that, you build and watch it grow, baby. Watch it grow. It's a process. It takes time. It takes a lot of elbow grease and mindset work. True. But it is worth it. Believe me, if you commit to yourself to go through this process, become aware, accept it, feel it, heal from it, affirm, and then build. And you will have a transformed life.
Facts. Man, I'm telling y'all, this when she get into her bag. Hold on. Hey, when she get into that bag and Man, that first step of awareness is really like you breaking down everything you knew and wondering why you know it. Is it what you really want to know? Is it really your values that you have down? Like, man, once you ask those questions, like you got to go through everything.
You got to become aware of why you feel the way you feel, why you think the way you think, where stuff started at, where did the root come from, why, who put that thought in your head. All of those things, you got to become aware.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh, I'm this, like me. I can't be like, oh, I'm depressed. Like, why are you depressed? Where did it come from? Yeah. Where did it start? What caused it? What are the factors surrounding it? What can you do to overcome it? You have to become aware before you can even start working towards the solution.
Because sometimes what you are depressed about, when you ask yourself why, you realize it's something that you can just go fix real quick. Not all the time, but sometimes it be something that you put off so long that it's such a weight on you. Putting something off that you know you need to do. You know that you know that you know, but you don't do it, so you feel like crap. And then as soon as you do it, you're like, what the hell was I waiting on? Like, I should have been did that task. Task will depress you if you don't, do the task.
That's why it's this, I can't even give y'all the exact book, so I do apologize for that part, but let me tell you, it says to break down, it's called Eat That Frog. Eat the Frog. You break down your task and you do your hardest ones first, because when you get the hardest ones out the way, it's like going downhill. The other ones are nothing to knock out, like boom, boom, boom. But you get that hardest one out the way first, because that's the one you're dreading, and that will stop you and make you procrastinate from doing any of it because you're dreading doing that. But if you knock the hardest one out the way first, then you're like, oh, that's nothing.
Man, a perfect example was I've been diddling and daddling with our website for a minute now, and I was so stumped. I didn't like the design, messing with the is this gonna look right, because this and that. And then I just stopped. I went and worked on our son's website, and it just brought me a whole new inspiration.
You did your thing, your thizzle.
I was looking at his, I'm like, God dang, his look way better than ours. So I went to drawing board, was it yesterday or the day before, Friday, and I just recreated from scratch, from the ground up, with different design, and it's just like everything right now. It ain't gonna be its full potential because it's piece by piece, but it's about ready to be released.
That sounds good to me, y'all. I'm so excited about all the things that are happening. I could break down in tears right now, like tears of joy, because we worked hard for this, y'all. We didn't fall for this. We was committed. We are committed. But all the stuff that the people don't see that happens behind the scenes, we've done it together behind the scenes. No acknowledgement or any of that stuff. That's not what we're looking for. We're committed to our vision, and we going forward together. And to see all the hard work starting to materialize and manifest is amazing. It's like, wow.
And I wish I can be like, I know we sit here and all high and mighty and this and that. You don't understand the intentional, when we decide to intentionally start thinking different, that was just the beginning. That means, oh hell, how? And then piece by piece learning lessons, which at first we thought was the hard way, but dang, that's the only way you learn lessons. Sometimes it's hard. All lessons are gonna be hard, because lessons come through losses, that's the thing. And it's just, man, it's an interesting time, and just how we're taking on this venture, the all-in venture. We told ourselves all in on ourselves, all in together, all in on our future. The goals for this year was to be all in, balance. Be careful of audacity, because people will be, boundaries for me. Boundaries, and just, you can't take a chance without a risk. That's my quote. We had to be open to opportunities this year. We had to be. I tell y'all, I done faced so much. Like, pushing through my fears this year is crazy. It's crazy. But the more you push, the more I push through my fears, it feel like I elevate every time I get to the other side. Like, to the point where sometimes I would expect her. I think sometimes, when I'm not being all business right there, but how certain times, and I just know that this is about to be a bad time, and then I'll be the one, I'll be all upset and frustrated, and you have to be like, no, I'm straight. I'm like, you cool now, especially like how holidays used to affect you. So I start the holiday, I'll be all in that mood. And she'd be like, chill out. I think it happened around Christmas. It's kind of like, who the hell? Like, who are you?
Because I used to be depressed every holiday, y'all.
I didn't-
Maybe for weeks. Sometimes it lasted for weeks, like literally. I was diagnosed with a major depressive disorder. This is my first year being open and like really telling people about it. Like I've told people about it in passing sometimes to try to help them or something like that. But I really kind of kept it hidden. And then it is power in your story when you start telling your truth.
Oh, you start taking that monster out of it.
Yeah, take the monster out of it and face it. And then you realize there's a lot of other people going through the same exact thing or very similar. And so that's why I was able to start growing and not letting the holidays affect me so much, because I was giving too much power to that title of major depressive disorder. Like, yeah, they may have diagnosed me with that, but that don't mean that's who I gotta be. No. I don't have to accept that title. And I understand even when I'm going through those emotions, that's still not who I am. That's just a part of, you can call it an illness, but I don't even claim it, even though I know it's there.
Yeah.
The power is losing its power.
It's just to the point where it's like when they give these titles or this, it's like they make it like that's all that you are.
It has power over you, especially if you focus on it too much. Because if somebody tell you what you can't do this for this reason because you're too depressed or you're this and you can't and you listen to all the can'ts and you knows and you cannot accept no or can't for an answer. Watching that documentary on Steph Curry.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. He fought an uphill battle even up until 2022 when he won that last championship. They talked about him like a dog.
3, and they still like, oh, he ain't got it. He washed.
We don't know if he have it in him. He just can't do it. But then he won MVP. Come on now. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do.
And that's only true if you believe them and let them tell you that's the truth. If you just listen and just keep it moving, how can they tell you what you're capable of? So it's just about that. You got to believe in you first before anybody else.
Yeah.
People we want support out here, but if I don't see that you believe in yourself and you're willing to do whatever without any support, I don't want to support you if you're not willing to do anything without support. Because
I don't want to do more work for you than you willing to even do for yourself.
I hate that.
I used to be the one, if somebody put something out there, if they gave me a problem, I would go into the mode trying to figure out how to solve it. If they needed something, I would try to figure out how to get it for them. And I had to stop.
Yeah.
I'm at the point now where sometimes when somebody asks me, I'll do it. But if you don't ask, I'm just going to act like that. Okay, it's a conversation. I'm not finna offer. You can at least ask, if nothing else.
That's messed up. I'm sorry you're going through that.
Yeah, it's not my responsibility to take care of your problems, especially if you're not even asking for help. I learned to let that go because that was too heavy on me.
Yeah, people. And also, if you're the type that is not asking for help, I don't mean like beating around the bush. I mean, hey, I'm this, I'm really down, and this, and I need your help. That's how you have to ask. Don't just say like, dang, I wish I had $100 for this light bill, and expect somebody to be like, oh, I got $100. I mean, yeah, there will be people like that, but at that point, you're taking advantage of those people. You need to be real with some people. Some people don't care to give you money. They don't care to give you money every single time, but you gotta be.
Your intentions. You gotta look in the mirror and face yourself. If you putting out false intentions, or if you have nefarious thoughts or intentions for it.
I like that word, nefarious.
Yeah, nefarious. It'll come back on you some type of way, because the way you put stuff out is the way stuff come back to you. It might not be the exact same, but it won't be a question in your mind when stuff happens. I put this type of energy out there.
Hey, look up effort versus result. It's just about the effort you put out there is the result you get. So if you out there half-assed and you get half-assed back, then you can't be mad. That's just right. That's just the way it is, man. It's kind of don't get it twisted. There's always people out there that don't do nothing but still get the benefits. They're unicorns. There gotta be somebody to
balance the scale.
Balance the scale always, but still, majority of people not. You struggling if you out there half, and then you won't. If you cool with half. And you do have, cool, because you cool with it, that's fine. But if you want the whole thing, but you're only doing half, you only gonna get half. You might even get less. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's the same thing I think about the garden. If I've been kind of lackadaisical or whatever in July because it's been hot as can be. So if my August harvest stuff ain't that great, that's on me. But August, I'm gonna make a pledge to make sure my fall garden is on point, like I did for the beginning of summer garden, because cucumbers galore, we got gourds galore, tomatoes, peppers galore, for real. Even got a cantaloupe.
Okra. Did you say okra?
Okra galore.
We got a watermelon that looks like it might make it, y'all.
Yeah.
So no, it's gonna make it. We're gonna have at least one make it.
I had already discounted it. I was gonna cut it if I just forgot about it.
And then I saw it had grew so much since the last time I went out there a few days ago. I'm like, oh, baby, look at this watermelon.
She had me out there fertilizing. I'm like, well, I'm about to fertilize this thing. Like, we got a cantaloupe, which was, it was a volunteer cantaloupe. It was from the compost, which I thought it should have had crazy flavor, but the vine was kind of bad. But man, that's what I'm saying. It's just like the effort versus results. So
yeah, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
Y'all see we be going down rabbit holes and squirreling, but that's the beauty of our relationship and our conversations. We go all over the place, but we usually talk with purpose, even though it might be all over the place. But I'm nervous a little bit about going to Nassau, Bahamas. Mm-hmm. I've never been before, y'all.
I've never been either.
And so, yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm excited at the same time because the property that I'm going to be on is beautiful. And
right there off the water.
Right off the water. Very beautiful. It's a water park on location. There's a club on location. There's a casino on location. Basically everything you need. They have about 30 different restaurants. Stuff like that. But I'm gonna try to get a spa treatment while I'm there, try to relax a little bit, because God knows I need it.
Yeah, you need some relax.
Give me a whole spa treatment while I'm there. But I'm going there mostly for work with, at the Toastmasters conference, but I'm so excited. I'll say work, but I'm gonna be in the audience. I'm not getting on the stage or anything. I'm just gonna be listening. So
she love that type of stuff. So she say work, that's her hobby.
That is my hobby.
I forget. She really do love the learning and those type of conferences and the speaking stuff. I don't understand it, but I support it because I don't want to talk to nobody. But she man, a beautiful being.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Mrs. Berry here. So it's not fake. So it's not. It's real. It's
I
legit.
just had to learn to back up from people that zap too much out of me or treat it, or that I realized was fake or whatever. Because I'm like, I have no ill intentions towards anybody,
nope.
and then I don't look for ill intentions towards me. And then sometimes, that's naive, because when people do certain things, you be like, whoa. But then I got to the point where I don't let it affect me. I just learned to just back up and be me. It all comes out eventually.
Yeah, that's true. It does all come out. And,
I'm just so thankful that I have my life partner. Y'all. I know I sound like I'm mushy, caking all on this podcast, but I mean it. I don't tell him enough how much I appreciate him.
Oh, thank you,
because he takes good care of me. If I can't say nothing else, he takes very good care of me. Doesn't judge me, like at my lowest points. Might frustrate him, but he doesn't judge me. You know,
that's the human part. But I'm actively trying to be a better person, and
Yeah.
But it's always love with this woman. Like, this is
my person.
Yeah, this is my person, and I'm so thankful to have this person as my person.
Business partner, life partner, parenting partner,
and just understanding the mission and how we want to grow together, and what we want to do and what our values are has been, it's been awesome.
Yep. And before we leave, I just want to encourage somebody out there tonight. I don't know. I just feel all of a sudden I need to. Don't give up on love. Mm-hmm. Don't give up on love. I've been through a divorce before. I've had my heart crushed before, more than once. But if I would have gave up, I never would have been open to allow the love of my life to come into my life. Like, everything I went through was worth it to end up where I am right now. So even if it don't feel like it right now, I just want to encourage you, don't give up on love.
And please, single people, stop making like just because you had one bad experience, that's how everybody is.
Mm-hmm. You got to let that person be that person and not judge that person according to your past experiences. Yeah. And I admit I'm a little guilty. My husband had to prove himself like 5 times over, maybe more than that. And I didn't realize it because I carried so much stuff from what I went through that he was paying the price for something that he never even did, You know
that scene in 5 Heartbeats when dude come back with the drinks. He said the drinks down like, every night I got to fight to prove my love.
Man.
It's just,
I know
it's just,
you did, baby. You proved your love to me, and I trust you.
It's just what happens, man.
Yeah.
It's just in time. I don't know, man. It's kind of, and when we look at it, hindsight, it's just like, oh, we could have easily,
because we always loved each other. We just was bumping heads sometimes.
You take two people who used their own space. I was my own space type of person. Crystal had her own space, and we came into each other's space, and then what we believe this and what we believe that, and we never thought to ask, hey, what are some things that we enjoy together before we get married?
We just tried to make each other do what the other person enjoyed.
Yeah. So then get to the point now where I enjoy some things that she, used to enjoy and stuff like that, and vice versa. And man, it's a journey. Sometimes we forget that. We so caught up in who I am and she caught up in who she is, and we don't think about like, hey, who are we? We don't never think about that.
And we do now.
Yeah, we do now. I'm saying people just so caught up in self, and that's selfish when you're married. You can't, even in a relationship, even though I believe if you're not married, whatever, but still.
Well, it's been good, y'all. It's been good.
It's been real.
So y'all enjoy the rest of your night, and don't forget, leave us a review. Go check us out. Subscribe to our VIP mailing list at crystalshares.com.
Go ahead and purchase a book, purchase a shirt, purchase a jacket.
Yes, we have all of that.
And we will have a lot more. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, we just getting started, y'all. This is just the beginning. So we hope that you all will stick with us and grow with us as we grow along our journey.
For sure.
Peace out.
Peace out.